5 good reasons. Many are now calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from prison. For quite a while, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been detained, and the continued detention has been a basis for widespread debate and controversy in Nigeria. Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Nigerians. Several leaders from the southern Nigeria have been urging the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, including the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, even as security concerns within the region deepens. In a recent move, the Southeast governors resolved to meet with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to discuss possibilities for Kanu's release, even though the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef says the offense of the detained leader, the detained IPOB leader, is a difficult one and can only be resolved by a competent court of law. Following the persistent calls for Kanu's freedom, here are 5 compelling reasons why many believe he should be released from prison, focusing on human rights, the potential for dialogue and peace, legal fairness, political stability, and strong public sentiment. The human rights concerns for activists. Nnamdi Kanu's prolonged detention raises significant human rights issues. Many believe his right to freedom of speech and assembly have been violated. International human rights organizations have at various points called for his release, emphasizing the need for fair treatment and adherence to the rule of law. 2. Dialogue and peaceful resolution. There is a widespread belief that releasing Nnamdi Kanu could pave the way for dialogue and a peaceful resolution to the long-standing issues in the southeastern region. Proponents of this idea suggest that Kanu's release could help de-escalate tension, foster a more constructive conversation between the government and pro-Biafra groups. 3. Legal and judiciary fairness. There has been concerns about the legality and fairness of Kanu's arrest and detention. Critics urge that his trial has been marred by legal irregularities and that releasing him would demonstrate Nigerians' commitment to upholding judiciary fairness and due processes. The 4th one, the political stability. Nnamdi Kanu's detention has been a source of unrest and agitation within the southeast region. There are many who are of the opinion that his release could help calm the situation, reduce protests and violence, and contribute to overall political stability in Nigeria. According to those who push this idea, Kanu's release could also improve relations between the government and the southeastern populace. The 5th one, public sentiment and pressure. There is significant public support for Nnamdi Kanu's release, both domestically and internationally. It is thought in certain quarters that releasing him could address public grievances and demonstrate that the government is responsive to the concerns of its citizens, potentially boosting its credibility and legitimacy in the eyes of the people. Kanu has been seeking legal means to regain his freedom. However, a recent fundamental human rights suit, which his legal team instituted against the federal government, was dismissed by Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu has sued the Attorney General of the Federation and the Department of State Service for 1 billion naira in damages for alleged rights violation. The IPOB leader claimed that the DSS and its Director General violated his right to a fair hearing by allegedly preventing his lawyers from having unhindered interactions with him while he was being detained in preparation for his defense in his criminal case. While delivering judgment, Justice Omotosho held that Kanu failed to provide credible evidence to sustain his claims that the IPOB leader's interactions with his lawyers were interfered with, and that he was denied unhindered access to his lawyers, and that DSS officials ears dropped on his conversations with his lawyers, which constitute a breach of his right to a fair hearing. So, guys, these are the 5 reasons why many are now calling Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the reason why the banditry have taken over Nigeria or poverty. So, guys, let's hear from you. Kindly drop your comments below the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you, and bye for now.